Hey everybody, it's Rushlock, and as you may or may not have heard, there's some drama going down in Provi, as there always is. And no big surprise, it's always about the mad boys. That's right, there's angry nerds, they're upset, they're frustrated, they're probably a little bit sad. Okay, they're a lot of bit sad, but the big deal is they're taking issue with us. And why? It's because we're better at the game than they are. And they've had enough of it. And they decided to strike back. We've been leaked documents, illegal documents, being submitted, claiming slander and lies. It's libel if it's in print, right? Let's take a look at it. Now, when I got this document, it wasn't in dark mode. I fixed that for you. That's the only editing I've done to this document, as I took it to dark mode so you guys wouldn't have to suffer. I did that for you. Remember that. Let's see Uhtred/Rushlock and what he actually does in Provi. Alright, well, we only show it, Monday through Friday every week, but for those who may have missed. Streamed on the 17th of February of 2020. I presume that's how it reads. Looks like some kind of weird Euro dates. But when you click the link, it doesn't work. So like the guy was afraid to show the truth or something. I don't know. Who can figure these guys out, right? Now, I'm under the impression this is a video of the guy we encountered in this past week or so, where I was running a site in I think AY TechY maybe, down deep south Provi. And there was a red in local, and I think a blue jumped in local afterward. And probes appeared. And I don't know if it's the red probes or the blue probes. I have no idea. There's no communication, right? So I'm working on the site. Well, I see the probes. It's time to get the hell out of Dodge. So we got the hell out of Dodge. We warp off. And as we're warping off, that nerd is landing on the site. And it's the blue nerd. I'm like, okay, good. We can go back and finish the site unless this guy wants to be a dick. And so before we can communicate, the guy is in local ringing about it, using some language. He's quite upset about us, what he thinks is cherry picking. When we're just trying to stay alive when there's red in local, right? So we use local and we say, hey, we'll finish the site if you go away. And we warp back to the site and he's still on the site. And he's not answering. I'm like, hey, you're going to run this site or not? We can finish it up, but you need to go away. He won't leave and he won't respond. So we don't waste more time. We just leave. What else are we going to do? Well, that nerd started a crusade this week. And he's gone back through and he's looked for some evidence. Now, let's take a look at the first one. Stream time, 2 hours and 4 minutes in the system of OXIY. Scans cans. I do that. Talks of loot value. Yeah, I do that pretty often too. Discussing skipping cans under 5 million. I clipped it. Uh-oh, let's take a look. The first thing we're going to acknowledge here. Hold on. Hold on, we got to get out of dark mode for this or it screws it all up. There we go.
What's your threshold for skipping a...
Let's take a pause here. Let's look at this. 3 months old? This is a 3-month-old clip. Alright, this must be good. Go back digging 3 months. Let's take a look.
Rush, what's your threshold for skipping a can? Currently, I would say Fonsui under 5 million.
Now this is true. This is Fonsui asking me questions like, hey Rush, I'm trying to understand the nuances of assessing sites. Like, if I'm in hostile space and I'm cherry picking, what is worth, not worth, or if not cherry picking, if you're just looking at sites before you hack any cans, and you're trying to decide, should I stop at this site or make the next jump to find more relics and leave this site completely unstarted? That's what Fonsui is talking about here.
I was discussing this last week, I think I keep trying to solve for a firm number that's always applicable, and that really doesn't exist. There are a lot of situational modifiers, where am I in my routes? I don't mean geographically, but if I'm early in my routes, the threshold is higher. If I'm late in my route, the threshold lowers because of the perceived opportunity cost, looking forward to how many more jumps I have, the potential of...
That's some big braining going on there. That's a lot of big brain talk. It might go over some heads. I simplified it as much as I can, but it basically means when I start a route, I want to find the big fat cans, and at the end of my route, when I perceive there are fewer opportunities ahead of me, I settle for the mediocre cans, right? Like, a lot of you understand, look at your relationships. It'll make a lot more sense then. All right, next one. He says, one site, one cherry pick. So he says in that video we cherry picked, but what he doesn't address is that we, sorry about the dark mode, we had a red in local. You can't see our local, because if we show our local, they get pissed off. And if we don't show our local, right, that's the way they want it, they're still mad. And there's just no winning with those people, right? Let's move on to the next one here. Stream time, 2 hours and 16 minutes. System, UTech H. Site with me, or maybe the name of the site was UTech H, but there's a UTech H system. Site with me warping in. Interesting hearing his dumbass, oh my, fucking thoughts on Me and cherry picking, salt mining, etc. This is all pretty true. Turbo nerd, yeah, that's exactly. Whatever this was, linked yesterday as defense against him cherry picking. There's no link, right? Maybe it's an incomplete document. Maybe he's working on his other clips or something. I don't know. But this is all absolutely true. Let's see. With me warping in. Oh, this might be the one I was talking about up here, but maybe it happens here and he was just too afraid to show his own transgressions. That could probably be it. Second site of 2 cherry picking and no completions. We haven't cherry picked anything yet. What is he talking about? All right. Next, he says scans some datas, some DEDs, etc. No warping into anything non-relic. Guilty, Your Honor. Throw the book at me. You're absolutely right. I only go to relic sites because I only want to get paid. Why would I go to a data site? You know when I go to data site? When the idiots in Twitch chat make me go to data sites. Jerks. DED sites? What am I going to do to a DED site in an interceptor? Like, this guy knows nothing about the game. He's accusing us of only doing relic sites, by which we fully confess, and you're right, we only do relic sites when given the option. All right, next up we got stream time, 2 hours, 25 minutes. System, IS Tech R. Relic site, well, what else would it be? Still talking about me and my warp-in. Cherry-picked. Let's take a look. Well, the issue with this is also 3 months old. So now at this point I'm starting to think that maybe, hold on. This clip's also 3 months old. So maybe this is a guy we encountered way earlier, and they've just been sitting on this this legal document in this evidence pile for some time. You know, they're just kind of adding to it and maybe working on it or something. I don't know. But let's take a look at the video here and see what kind of proof they have.
About looking like an asshole, so because picking pisses people off, we don't do it. But it's completely fine. It's just PvP. So it's not about the actual picking policy. It's just understood that people don't like it, so they don't do it. Let's go to BR. YCW. This goes into tripwire. Delete the old, easy. About looking like an asshole, so because...
So again, it's a 3-month-old video of us doing a site in a system with a red in it. Like, these are all solved cases. Like, we dealt with this many months ago, and we'll see if we can, like, see if a new theme develops, or if he just keeps using old situations of us doing sites in systems with reds in them. Like, I don't know. Maybe it does something different soon. But yes, when you have a red in system, you are cherry-picking the site, because if you're going to full clear a site with a red hostile known player in local, why would you do that? It makes no sense at all whatsoever. It is against no rules at all. 2 hours, 29 minutes, BR Tech, double relic local, time to get paid. Man, that's my favorite. He's probably right about this one. Definitely time to get paid. Let's take a look. Cover your eyes, boys. We're going out of dark mode. Going to Savage Lands.
Looking on D's scan. Should never close this. We have level 1 we still need to punch into. Ah, new SIG hit local.
3 SIGs, time to get paid.
Let's go.
That's right, let's go.
Maximum bad ideas right now. Oh, red left.
Now, like, the maximum bad ideas is because there's a fucking red in local, right? Like, who wants to be here with a red in local? Again, 3 months ago, already solved. Already taken care of, but not to this nerd's satisfaction. Alright, let's get back over here this way. Let's see. Site number 2 and site number 3. This is just multiple things of the same system, same site, same instance. Like 3 clips of it. Why'd they make 3 clips instead of 1 highlight? Oh, I think I've got like an editor for highlights, so yeah, make 3 clips make sense. Talks about hacking 1 can despite them all being worthless. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, let's go here. I think I remember this one.
Here. We're expected to leave the site alone and just leave all the trash behind for someone else to deal with. But I feel like the better thing to do is to hack 1 can at least to despawn the site.
Absolutely.
And if other nerds can't appreciate the public service, then fuck them.
Right, fuck them.
Yeah, I think Johnny took his break after the Twitch Plays Eve thing, which they did a phenomenal job of. Like, they won the entire competition that Twitch was holding. Like, that's incredible. That CCP failed to capitalize on the exposure.
Also true.
Less incredible.
Yep.
But that's been an issue for years.
And will continue to be so, probably.
Oh, wow. Talk 3.
Nothing else really gets said in this clip. So, come out of dark mode or go back into dark mode, but we'll go back here. The beginning of that clip was us talking about the mindset of the dumb nerd, right? The dumb nerds who are like, no, full clear all sites kind of a thing. When I land on a site and I cargo scan it and I see that the entire site has no value, I have a choice to make. I can either leave that site in its current state so that somebody else has to deal with it, or I just hack one of the cans to make the site despawn faster. To me, it seems like the intelligent thing to do is just go and make the site despawn faster. It takes no time off my clock, and we're good to go. Unfortunately, that isn't enough for some people. There are some people who are so entitled and so spoiled and so soft that they feel like we should spend extra minutes finishing an entire site for their benefit and make their session easier. And while I don't agree with it, hey, I'm in blue space, I'll follow their rules. So if they want crappy sites with no value left, no value in them left up, we'll leave them up. Again, that was another 3-month-old clip, so let's move on. Shocker, it's cherry picked. Let's take a look. I bet. Now, I don't want to... Oh, hold on. I don't want to make any assumptions, but I'm going to guess this is a 3-month-old clip of us running a site in a red-occupied local. But let's take a look.
Or we have a tool to work with. $12 million more. All right. S25. We're now up to 893 millimeter.
893. I'm really good at this game. Look how good I am at it.
107 mil in loots.
Amazing.
To get good.
That's right. All right, now just repeats. Let's get out of this one. Go back into dark mode. Save your guys' eyes. All right. So another, it's basically a 3-clip series of me doing sites in a red occupied system. Big shocker. Going back to the second clip, did you notice how it ran a little long? It had like a weird conversation about us talking about Eve Scout, Johnny Splunk, and the Twitch Plays Eve app. So Johnny and the team did an amazing job of making this system. And I don't know if this guy's trying to throw shade that we threw shade at CCP, because we do it pretty transparently, right? Like CCP has dropped the ball for years on the Twitch platform and never really done much with it. At the time of this video, they've recently been doing these Sunday broadcasts with no hype and no really big advanced warning. Maybe they had mentioned them in the Pulse. Maybe that's where they're marketing them and just nowhere else apparently for some weird reason. But yeah, back then, Eve Scouts and company won an entire Twitch competition for who can make the best. I don't know if it was Twitch Play specific or if it was like an extension add-on type of thing. I think it was an extension competition, and they smashed it. Think of all of Twitch was competing for this, and EVE Online players won it. You know what kind of attention it got and fanfare from CCP? Nothing worth just nothing. A big fat goose egg. They just watched it go by and did nothing with it. No surprise. That's off topic, but I'm thinking the guy left it in this video to like try to shame us or something. I don't know. 6 sites, 6 cherry picks, 0 completions. This guy's really bad at math. Let's see. Clip for chatting about combined leadership. I don't know what combined leadership means, by the way. And whatever. At least that's more fair. When you come out of dark mode, brace your eyes, close your eyes. I'll tell you when it's safe. Careful, guys. We're going back. All right, safe. Now, hold on. Yeah, I said so I haven't said anything before that, right? So it's 3 months old. Let's make it big and see what happens here.
So this nerd lands on a site that we're running.
Sounds right.
Legion.
Oh, this is the guy. This is the dude.
There. So I start burning away to see what they're going to do.
Right.
And then they cloak up instead of warping off. So I say, fuck it, we're out of here. I'm not going to sit here and wait for him to jump us.
Exactly.
Then he shit talks. So I got to go back and respond to them. And then I leave. And then Apollo sends the screenshots of what I posted on Discord in Eve chat. And I told him, because the story the guy was telling, he was like, when I landed on the site, he was 60 clicks off the cans already, which we didn't go anywhere near being, or we didn't move away from the cans until after he landed on the site. So his narrative is wrong. That's why I told Apollo. I was like, if only the stream didn't show something different. I don't think Apollo actually needs a clip, because we can just tell Apollo that he should already be here, right?
That's right, Apollo. Where are you? So this is starting to take a little more shape and give me more context. This video probably didn't make much sense coming into it cold. This is a mention of the original nerd. So 3 months ago, roughly, right? We were on a site running it, and was a Legion, I think I said in the video, lands on us on a site. Like, that's weird. What are they doing? And we're in an area where I think it's an APOC pilot who have like been a little salty lately. There's one named what was it, like Blue Eyes Dragon FX or something like that. I don't know. He has some name similar to that. And he was super pissed. We were on his personal cost list, and he was making a big stink about it because of this day. And the Legion lands on us, and we're watching him, and he cloaks up. He doesn't warp away or anything. He just cloaks up on the site like a weird boy. And so we burn away from the can because he can't keep up with us if he's approaching us cloaked, and wait to see what he does. Like, is he going to leave local? Is he going to decloak and warp off? He doesn't have to. He can warp cloaked. Who knows what he's going to do? And that was the interaction. And of course, this guy gets mad because he thinks he's got this whole gotcha moment, caught you. And it's like, you didn't catch anything. You were being sketchy and a weird boy, and we reacted appropriately. But this guy must be the dude who originally... Oh, let's go back to dark mode real quick. Save your eyeballs. There we go. I bet this document is made by the guy from 3 months ago, and maybe he's just bringing it to light now because the second nerd is now making a stink about it, and maybe he feels like this is his gotcha moment. Well, let's see. Now what do you call it? I feel like the new nerd is writing this document, though, because he says, sabotage mode starts, and I stopped watching. I bet he did. So the reason sabotage mode started is because Twitch chat gave me money. And nothing will piss these guys off more than you guys giving me money. So he stopped watching. I bet he did. To be honest, tuned in this morning to watch him live streaming the same shit again and again. As a spoiler, I'll be scanning and hacking cans tomorrow, and probably the day after that. And on the really good days, people will be throwing screen or money at the screen. This will probably upset you. And so if you have a sensitive view on this, you may want to avoid it. I definitely agree with that. You wanted video proof. Here you go. All from his stream and his perspective of it. Yeah, we've definitely given our perspective now. We've gone through here. We've gone through all these videos that are 3 months old. We can tell you this is all from like that last video told you. We've already spoken to Apollo. Apollo spoke to Jed. Got it all hashed out. New requests were made and things were sorted out. It was pretty clear, cut, and dry. And again, they're just angry nerds. They're jealous. They're mad. They're slow boys. And if I tell you anything that's more important than anything else, I want you to remember one thing.
We're not just doing this for money. We're doing it for a shitload of money.